why should a parent consider classical Christian education for their children?
Well, there's a couple of aspects of this. One, why a Christian education rather than a secular education? And the answer is simply that there is no such thing as a neutral education. Every education is going to be communicated from a Christian worldview. I'm sorry, from a particular worldview. And whether it's a Christian or a secular, however, they're going to get that, okay? I want my children to have teachers that are in fact, in loco parentis, in the place of not just parents, but these parents who have these values and who trust in the Lord in this particular way. So I want them to be doing education in a way that's consistent with my convictions, not in a way that's fighting my convictions. That's why I don't want to put them in a secular school, because then I'm going to have a battle. They're going to be learning one thing with disciplers for 6 to 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and then I get a couple of hours every night, if that, to try to undo that. No, instead, now I have a group of people that are giving them the same kind of education, spiritually speaking, that's integrated with the rest of their education that I want my children to have. And so they're working with me. That's the value of the Christian versus secular. But in the classical education, you have a heavy emphasis on liberal arts, which is language, which is the foundation of our thinking. We think largely in language, and the better we are able to use our language, the better we're able to think. The trivium approach to classical education adds the element that you have these 3 developmental stages called grammar, logic, and rhetoric that they can take advantage of in a child's life, grammar school, middle school, and high school, roughly. But there are different things that are going on with the student in that regard, and so they can then govern the educational patterns and direct those things in light of these developmental stages. So the combination here of the Christian school, as opposed to secular school, of the classical school, which is going to be a liberal arts emphasis and language emphasis, and the developmental stages of the trivium, to me are absolutely perfect. And I am so thrilled that my children get to benefit from this approach.